evil never dies. These were the words spoken by John Carpenter to describe the point behind his film Halloween. However, 24 years later, this was the excuse used by Mustafa Akkad and Dimension Films to railroad in another sequel to this franchise despite its last film's more than conclusive ending. Now, I'm all for the evil never dies thing. Hell, it's the reason I love Part 4's ending over H2O's. But a severed head is still a severed head. Michael was dead. It was bad enough when they pulled this shit in Part 5, but this time, it made even less sense. So how are they gonna pull people into the seats for another round, despite it being the dumbest idea since Schumacher putting nips on Batman? Very simple, with a young cast of then up-and-coming actors, like Tommy and Nicholas, Sean Patrick Thomas, Katie Sackhoff, Tyra Banks, and the rap superstar often mistaken for talented, Busta Rhymes. So as you can see, this film was not targeted toward us, the fans, but rather towards a younger generation who would buy tickets for a cheap scare. I'm sorry, but as a longtime fan of this series, this is just getting insulting. Why would you alienate your audience? The fans who have stood by this abusive franchise despite it repeatedly punching us in the face. I'm not saying that no Halloween fans saw it, but if they did, they most likely saw it for the same reason I did. To see what horseshit explanation they could possibly conjure up for Michael still being alive. Oh, and believe me, do they conjure up a doozy. I'm not even saying I don't like some of these actors. I mean, I fucking love Katie Sackhoff. But regardless, it's more than obvious that the studios just stopped caring about the fans again. What H2O had that Resurrection clearly didn't have was heart. So folks, get ready to live all the disappointments all over again, because it's time to witness a resurrection. So after the laziest opening credit sequence of the entire series, we get a narration by Laurie Strode, who is now living in a sanitarium, and foreshadowing to us that she's gonna die pretty soon.
You've heard of the tunnel. The one we all go through sooner or later. At the end, there's a door. And waiting for you on the other side of that door is either heaven or hell. This is that door.
Subtle. But let's not focus too much on the obvious. What explanation are we gonna get for Michael still being alive?
Halloween, 3 years ago. 20 years after the first murders, her brother finally found her. Tracked her down to the school where she was working. There were several murders. Lots of confusion.
Lots of confusion. Yeah, no shit.
Oh my god, she killed the wrong person.
Wait, when would Michael have had the time to do that? Laurie obviously knew he wasn't dead. I don't think she would have gone through the trouble of jacking the ambulance and stealing a cop's gun if she didn't. So I'm pretty sure she would have kept an eye on Michael as the paramedics were collecting his body. And speaking of the paramedics, why would none of them bother to take off his mask to identify him or properly check his vitals before putting him in the body bag? Or furthermore, why wouldn't any of them be concerned about the paramedic they obviously sent in to get the body in the first place? And are you going to tell me with a straight face that no one found it odd that a strange, unidentified man was walking around in a paramedic's uniform holding a bloody knife? And folks, these are just the inconsistencies before Laurie takes the body away. If it was a paramedic, why did he clearly still have all the stab wounds that Michael had? Why did he attack Laurie in the truck? How was he able to go through a windshield and get up with no problem and without a scratch? How was he able to survive getting hit dead on by a truck? How was he not split in half when the truck pinned him against the tree? Why did he respond immediately when Laurie called him Michael? And last, but not least, what fucking retard wrote this? I don't get it. I just don't. Not only is this all rhetorical nonsense, but it completely negates the whole point of the last film. H2O was about Laurie confronting and finally defeating her monster. Once she did that, her story was complete, as was Michael's. It began with Laurie, and it ended with Laurie. That was the point. Resurrection just makes that point pointless! So after ganking the only 2 security guards in the entire hospital, Michael goes after Laurie and manages to chase her all the way to the roof, where she has a trap set up for him.
Hello, Michael. I knew you'd come for me sooner or later. What took you so long? I just have to be sure.
But he was just chasing you up the stairs with the knife, and he tried to kill you in your bed. How would it not be him? There's being sure, and then there's just being stupid. Not to mention, she hasn't seen Michael's face in 20 years, and she only saw it for a few seconds. So how the hell would she know if it was Michael or not? Well, obviously the script doesn't care, and it really is Michael. So he struggles with her a bit until... Oh, suck my white ass, movie.
I'll see you in hell.
So, not only does Laurie not get to kill her monster just kills her, and she's tossed away unceremoniously like she was nothing. So wait, let's recap, shall we? Lazy opening credits, main character in a psych ward, bullshit explanation for Michael being alive. Oh dear God, it really is part 5 all over again. But it's worse here, because we even get some of Halloween 6 thrown in there, with the beloved character thrown away like she never mattered. Oh God, fuck this movie! In fact, that was the only reason Jamie Lee Curtis came back. H2O was her idea, and when they decided to fuck that idea over with this film, she told them she would only come back if she was killed off, because quite frankly, she was tired of the studio's bullshit, and to be honest, I don't blame her. Jamie Lee did kind of give you an easy out. You should have taken it. I mean, everything cool that H2O did, you just wrecked it. Thanks. So we then get the generic title of our film, followed by the introduction of the film's main characters, led by Woodstump over here.
The Shadow.
Shadow. Yes, Sarah, very good. Thank you. I'm glad somebody was awake. Wow.
Out of all the leading ladies in the Halloween series, Bianca Kajik as Sarah is the most boring and bland. Tina was a terrible character, but that's only because she was fucking annoying and just an all-around bitch. I can't even tell you what this character is like. She's just that boring. We then get the ditz, Jen, played by Katie Sackhoff? Oh, come on, Katie, I know your career was just starting out, but you're so much better than this. Katie Sackhoff is memorable for being a badass in so many different things, especially Battlestar Galactica. Well, that, and for saying Jeremy Johns' name once.
Jeremy Johns, this is awesome.
She said my name.
Lucky bastard. But watching her in this film, you would never believe that.
You are like this close to getting voted off the island.
Lastly, I gotta talk about Sean Patrick Thomas for a second. He plays a character called Rudy, but for some reason, the credits actually say special appearance by Sean Patrick Thomas. What's so special about it? I mean, sure, he was popular at the time, but so was Tyra Banks, so was Busta Rhymes, so was Tommy and Nicholas. What makes him being here so damn special? His character is just as generic as the rest of them.
Don't do it. That's the house where it all started. He walked its hallways, hid in its closets, dreamed in its bedrooms, helped his mother in the kitchen, watched TV in the living room with his dad. played in his sister's bedroom.
Well, this film just suddenly got creepy, and for all the wrong reasons. But wait, there's more. The creepy factor is about to go up a notch because it turns out that Sarah is in fact talking with a 14-year-old high school freshman named Deckard in an internet chat room who she believes is a grad student.
Graduate of what, junior high? Oh, shut up.
He probably collects human skin.
Nah, Katie, he doesn't collect human skin. He just tends to star in a lot of shitty horror films. This is nothing new for him. So Sarah, Rudy, and Jen head over to a camera shoot for... Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't even told you what's going on yet. See how invested I am, folks? Well, apparently an internet site called Dangertainment, led by Busta Rhymes and Tyra Banks, has hired several college students to spend the night in the Myers house, which has been rigged all over with cameras. Joining Sarah, Jen, and Rudy are Billy, played by Tommy and Nicholas, a chick who looks like Julianne Moore but isn't Julianne Moore, so I'm just going to call her not Julianne Moore for the rest of the review, and a guy who looks like Hyde from That 70s Show but isn't Hyde from That 70s Show, so I'm just going to call him not Hyde for the rest of the review. But even after all this publicity and support, Sarah is still not convinced she should participate in the project.
I'm dropping out.
What?
I'm sorry. It's just I'm so freaked out I can't even sleep.
Okay, do me a favor. Sleep on it.
What?
It's just I'm so freaked out I can't even sleep.
Okay, do me a favor. Sleep on it.
Somebody actually wrote that. So, I guess Sarah had a change of heart off screen because she's there with all of them at the Myers house the next morning.
I got one word for you, Freddy.
What's that?
Product placement.
I'm sorry. Please repeat that.
I got one word for you, Freddy.
What's that?
Product placement.
One word. Product placement. Did I mention this film had two writers? Cause, you know, one writer can't create dialogue this horrendous and nonsensical alone. Hell no! It takes two, with serious effort! So what exactly do these morons do when they get in the house? Nothing! They smoke pot, fake each other out, get faked out themselves, and pretty much all around waste the audience's time. Thanks, I only paid my hard-earned cash to watch this crap. So while these people are off being boring, Deckard and his friend are at a high school party, but because Deckard is so whipped by the bland woman he doesn't know, he says fuck the party and spends the party on the computer.
What a loser.
We then cut to...
Come on, Jen. One flash and you could light up 1,000 computer screens. Launch your whole career.
You think?
Well, this movie's starting to get a hell of a lot better.
You crack me up.
Fuck you. So after that cock tease from hell, Billy goes off by himself and gets his ass killed by Michael, who, for whatever reason, explodes through the bathroom mirror. Oh, okay, I'll admit, that's a new one. Oh god, it's this scene. Just when you thought Michael's dignity couldn't sink a new low, take a look at what we get here.
Oh, shit, man. Charlie, where the fuck you been at, man? Don't you know we've been looking all over this motherfucker for you? And why the hell you dressed like me anyway? I ain't telling you to be Michael Myers. I'm playing Michael Myers. If them kids come around and see us dressed up in the same shit, you're gonna ruin the whole effect. Ah, damn it. What the hell is wrong with you? I said, what you looking at me like that for? Huh? You don't get it? You don't get it? Your shit ain't working up there or something?
Oh god, Michael just killed this mugging douchebag.
Ah, damn. What the hell somebody gotta do to get a little decent help up in this motherfucker?
But no, Michael doesn't kill him. He just kind of walks away. Why?
Alright. The devil made him do it.
Yeah, that's as good an explanation as any. So after that smack in the face, not Julianne Moore gets her ass killed by Michael in the basement. When Deckard and the other high school kids watching see this, Deckard is the only one who believes it's real. Why does he, of all people, believe it's real? Because the plot requires him to. Just like the plot requires him to be at this computer, when any normal high schooler would be getting either drunk, laid, or both. After about an hour of the film wasting our time, Rudy, not Hyde, and Sarah gang up on Michael.
Turn off the camera! Turn off the camera!
come on, get it back online.
What's wrong, guys? Cut to a different camera angle.
It's me. It's me, Freddy.
Oh, it was just Busta Rhymes. Yay.
Damn, man. You hit me like I murdered your fucking mother or something.
Gee, I wonder why they did that. Maybe it was the whole dressing up like the mass murderer thing.
You knew you didn't have a show anyone would watch, so you set us all up at our fucking expense, huh?
What expense are you talking about? You ain't contributed down to setting up none of this shit. Besides, don't nobody want to see any of y'all running around no empty house, possibly coming up with nothing any damn way. America don't like reality, first of all. Second of all, they think this shit is boring. You know what I mean? They want the little razzle-dazzle, little pizzazz, little thrill in their life.
Yes, it is. I'm actually in complete agreement with you there. So why was the reality TV show story the basis for this damn movie? You people suck! So Freddy leaves to find the others and scare them for the sake of money. But before Rudy, Sarah, and Not High decide to go out the door, they hear the screaming of Jen, who has just discovered the body of Billy.
You can't scare us, Jen. You're gonna have to do better than that. You too, Freddy.
Yes, you must be Freddy up the stairs, even though I saw Freddy go to the left of me and not up the stairs. I'm a dumbass. So Michael takes his knife and hacks Jen's head clean off. Meanwhile, all the high schoolers gaze at this in amazement.
It's all digital effects.
It's live, you moron! How the fuck do they use digital effects for that? Anyway, Michael comes down the stairs and crushes Not Hide's head. When he goes after Sarah, Rudy creates a distraction, allowing her to get away.
You want a piece of me?
Y'all ready for this?
No. Sorry, guys. I'm just not feeling it today. Rudy fights Michael and attempts to go through a door that is locked instead of going through the door right next to him that he knows damn well isn't. This in turn gets him killed in the same way that Bob was killed in the first film. Big fucking surprise. So Sarah hides upstairs and manages to contact Deckard with her convenient handheld messenger and the cameras, making his retarded classmates finally realize that this isn't a damn hoax.
Miles is dead.
Deckard, he's killing all of us.
Deckard pretty much just spends 10 minutes of the movie guiding her through the house when she is finally found by Freddy, who quite literally ends up doing Jackie Chan on Michael Myers.
So you want to be on Dangertainment? Let's see what you got.
What happened? This series used to have some amount of dignity, didn't it? Oh, how did we get here, guys? How did we get here? Eventually, Freddy dropkicks Michael out a window, hanging him from the cable that Sarah managed to get around his neck. They think he's dead, but that only lasts a few seconds. They then realize that he isn't dead, when he shows back up and stabs Freddy in the fucking shoulder. Sarah runs all through the house until she finally gets to the basement area where not Julianne Moore was killed. Really? There was an escape hatch right there and not Julianne Moore didn't see it? Folks, what is wrong with this picture? The escape hatch leads Sarah to the garage, where we have the final confrontation with Michael. For not being in part 3, for kissing Tina in part 5, for impregnating your teenage niece in part 6, the list goes on! So the garage magically catches fire, somehow, but before Michael can kill Sarah, the somehow still living Busta Rhymes busts in. Get it?
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
It took 2 people to write that line. Oh god, kill me. Freddy pulls some more Jet Li crap, but gets his ass handed to him by Michael. How does Freddy get out of this jam? Did Michael just scream? So the first time you make Michael talk, he's screaming like a bitch right before getting fried to death and being wished a happy fucking Halloween by Busta Rhymes? Way to make this character go out with a little bit of self-respect. Dicks. So of course Freddy and Sarah come out okay and gaze at Michael's burned face.
Looking a little crispy over there, Mikey. Like some chicken fried, motherfucker. Well, may he never, ever rest in peace.
And may you never, ever act again. Michael's body is taken to the morgue, where of course Michael's eyes open, the credits roll, and the Halloween series is ended on an unsatisfactory note as the final twist of the knife in the audience's heart. So on a scale of 1 to 10, fuck this movie! Not only does it suck, it had no reason to exist. It did nothing new, nothing good, and nothing right. How did the studios look at the script for this shit and think it would turn out good? The story is boring, the characters are as bland as ever, the scares are now non-existent, and the opening of the film as well as the ending of the film are a spit in the face of the fan base. Now Halloween 6 is technically a worse movie, I admit that. But being that this was made solely to cash in on a franchise that had already ended triumphantly, it is by far the worst sequel. It amazes me, it really does. If you already ended your story and you wanted to make another Halloween film with Michael Myers, why didn't you just do a reboot instead of royally fucking your fan base over? The sad thing is, this film was so bad it didn't even get a sequel. They just rebooted it. I've already talked many times about the Rob Zombie reboot, so I don't see any point of covering it again, but I'll say this. It was a bad remake, but good as a standalone film. By itself, it's actually a very well thought out, in-depth character study of a psychopath. It's clumsy and has many problems, such as the irritating amount of unnecessary foul language, but it is what it is and tries to be its own thing for the most part. In that respect, it's fine. But that's it! Fuck it! There's no more Halloween movies left! Ah! What the fuck?! What? What's happening to me?
Adam,
What is it, geeky man?
there's something I need to tell you. It's something you really need to know.
Whoa! How's it going, Agent A?
Adam, what the hell are you doing?
Talk to me. What's going down?
Kid, I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Stop the lies! You're a liar! I need to know the truth!
You can't handle the truth. I tried telling you this. You don't listen to me.
Geeky Man said you guys promised something.
Yeah, that's right. We both swore to you that we would never tell you about this. That we would never let you relive this memory. Please, Adam. Don't make me do this to you.
Well, guess what, Agent A? I don't care what I said before. You're gonna tell me what happened to me right now!
I can't. And I won't!
Fine, then. You won't have to. Just hand over your neuralizer.
Oh, God, kid, don't! Don't do this, kid!
Give me the damn neuralizer!
Here you go. Adam, just listen to me for a second. I promise you, if you go down this road, you're not gonna like what you find. Just don't do this.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Adam, don't! Please don't! Adam!
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me up.
Do not bring that trash up in here, motherfucker. This is
your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!